So I've been having a few thoughts as to how I can approach this weight loss vlog series, because obviously it's my first time ever doing it. I've never done it before. But what I think I'm going to do is release a video every 2 weeks, and then you can come on this journey with me. If I ever go through a plateau, you can see how I deal with that. And then in regard to what each video is going to cover, it's basically just me showing you little bits from the past 2 weeks. So it's not going to be one day as a whole, but it will be little bits here and there from the past 2 weeks. Maybe I'll show you some scale weight weigh-ins here and there, some of my meals, the decision-making process behind some of my meals, maybe a little bit of grocery shopping, some gym workouts here and there, not an entire workout of course, but some of the exercises I'm doing, and I'll even include some of my general day-to-day life. But otherwise, enjoy the first video. Good morning. You okay? So right now I'm just making a light breakfast, something quick, because I'm about to do a workout at the gym next. I'm going to do an upper body session, and I don't like eating anything too heavy before the gym and working out, because then it wouldn't sit well inside of me. I'm going to have some white bread, because you might think that you can't have white bread if you're trying to lose weight, which isn't true, and I'm going to prove it. I'm going to have a slice of cheese, a little bit of smoked salmon, and 1 poached egg, and that's literally it. So we've got the low fat cheese to the scale. 29 grams. Okay. And now I'm quickly going to the supermarket just to do a little bit of grocery shopping. So just to quickly tell you about some of my food choices, so you can get an understanding of why I pick each thing. So seafood, because high in protein. Pasta, because why not? Spinach and mushrooms, because they're good for you. I cook with fry light because it's a lot lower calorie than regular oil, and I'm trying to save calories here because I'm in a calorie deficit. And I've got my 0 calorie drink right here that I'm also going to enjoy. Diet sodas make a lot more sense while I'm in a calorie deficit. So I just finished my meal about 5 minutes ago, and honestly I am very satisfied. But you know what, I could do with a little bit of ice cream, so I'm gonna have some and show you that I can enjoy ice cream and still lose weight, especially as I don't even think I've had 1,000 calories yet today, and it's 2 p.m. so I've still got over 1.2k calories to go. So I just finished a lower body session followed by about 15 minutes of cardio. I'm knackered now. I'm gonna go home, have lunch, and then catch up on a bunch of work. It's the evening time. It's nearly the end of the day. I thought I'd take the dogs on a walk because my steps were only at 6.5k for the day still. And as you know, my step goal is 8.5k for each day. And I want to be as consistent with that as I possibly can be. Larissa! Even though it's only 5 days in, I'm getting some good consistency so far. Just for today, I've hit my steps, I've hit my calorie goal, done a workout, and I finished my cardio 60 minutes target for the week as well. And now I'm gonna go indoors, have a protein shake, and with that protein shake, I would have hit my calorie and protein target for the day as well. Currently taking my dog for a walk, and considering it's Sunday as well, I thought this would be a great moment to just check in with you, speak about my past week, speak about the coming week, and just share my thoughts overall. It's been good. It's still only week 1, so I don't want to look too much into it, but what I can say is that I do feel like decided on an approach that's sustainable for me, so I'm going to keep going with it. I'm not going to change anything just because it's been 1 week. I do want to be consistent with this for at least 3 weeks before deciding on whether or not I'm going to make any changes, and I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing for now. Otherwise, about the coming week, interestingly, I've got an event that's happening from Friday to Sunday, and it's in Lisbon, so I'm going to travel to Lisbon. I'm going to travel there on Thursday, so the day before it starts, and then I'm probably going to come back on Monday or Tuesday, which means that I'm going to be as consistent as I can be between Monday and Wednesday, and then from Thursday to Monday, I'm going to do my best to be as consistent as possible. I do have to set right now, it's likely I'm not going to be as consistent as I have been here at home, but I'm still going to do my best. And I think just realizing that and planning for that in advance, knowing that I have to be 100% consistent between Monday and Wednesday, leaves me a lot better prepared for the week ahead. Also, one thing that I quickly wanted to mention, which I kind of regret not mentioning in the first video, that the approach I'm taking right now, like 2.2k calories on average, 8.5k steps to target as my daily goal, etc., that might not work for everyone. And I need to make that clear. So don't watch that video and then turn around and try and do exactly that for yourself, because again, that might not work. You know, me and you, we lead different lifestyles. You might have kids, I don't. You might have to care for a relative or something. I don't have to care for a relative. So, you know, there's things that you have to think about, and ultimately you want to find a routine that works for you. I'm super excited to show this to you because this is where I'm collecting my data. This is Monday here, the 15th, which is the day I didn't start. I actually started on Tuesday the 16th, which is why I've filled this out in red. As you can see, I've been logging my weight in every day. I've been logging my protein, my calories, my steps. I've hit my cardio goal by the end of the week, and I've done 4 training sessions. So as simple as that. If you are a Kairos Online member, you're obviously going to recognize these spreadsheets. This is the same spreadsheets I use with my Kairos Online members. Although I have tweaked it a bit, I've added this bit at the top quickly, just to remind you of what my goals are. I know I said my protein goal was 185 grams a day. I've slightly decreased it to 180 just because I wanted it to be about a gram per centimeter of height, which isn't an unusual thing to do. If anything, it actually works quite well. The reason why I weigh myself every day is just because I don't care about one-off weigh-ins. I don't look at a single day and get too caught up with it. I always want the weekly average. So that's what I always look at. And the more weigh-ins I have during the week, the more accurate the weekly average is going to be. My starting weight was 88.7. It says I've lost 1.2 kg. I'm not going to get too caught up in that. And the reason why is I have a lot of reason to believe that this weigh-in here was a water retention spike, judging from the other weigh-ins that came after. If anything, I could pretty much say that my starting weight is 87.5 kg. I have a spike today compared to yesterday, by the way. So it's gone up from 87.1 to 87.5. I'm happy that happened because now I can speak to you about it. That's not unusual. That's not weird. That's not bad. It's nothing to stress about. It's very normal. And it's the reason why I keep taking as many weigh-ins as I can. Now, this coming week, I'm going to be as consistent as I can be, knowing that I'm going to Lisbon on Thursday until about the 29th or the 30th. So I'm going to use these 3 days to be as consistent as possible. So I'm going to be filling out my consistency calendar. And a consistent day for me will be a day I hit my calorie goal, a day I hit my step goal, and a workout where applicable. So I only need 4 workouts a week to qualify as consistent. And considering I started on the 16th, that's where I've started filling it out from. And I'm getting some good consistency under my belt. And I know I said I wasn't going to be doing measurements for you, but you know what? I thought, why not? It could just be something else for you to see. I'm going to be doing belly button measurements. The first one is 97 centimeters. So I'm going to keep collecting this every 2 or 3 weeks. For me personally, will be enough. That's pretty much it. Overall, am I going to change anything? No, because it's only been 1 week. 1 week is absolutely nothing. If anything, I want at least 3 weeks of consistency underneath my belt before deciding whether or not I'm going to make changes to my plan. Otherwise, that's it for this weight loss vlog series first check-in. Just gotten back from the gym. I finished an upper body session, chest, back and arms. I followed it up with 20 minutes of cardio. So I'm in a very comfortable position from now until Wednesday to get 3 sessions done this week, as well as hopefully my hours cardio, knowing that I'm going to Lisbon on Thursday. Now I'm gonna have a post-workout meal, which I passed by the rotisserie. So I got half a chicken there, and I'm gonna eat it with some chips on the side, which might sound unusual to some people, but that's not unusual in Portugal. And I'm also gonna have some watermelon once I'm done. So I've just done my second gym session of the week, which means I am in a very comfortable position to hit my goal of 3 gym sessions this week. I just trained legs and arms, and now I'm on my way to get a haircut because, to be honest, it's long overdue. What I wanted to say was that I got a new scale weight low this morning. I weighed in at about 86.7 kg. It's the first time I'm breaking into the 86s, and it likely means that what I'm doing is working, so I'm going to keep doing it. How do I feel about it? I feel fine. I feel indifferent. This is the thing I wanted to emphasize, is that you shouldn't ever get too ahead of yourself with scale weight. Try not to ride an emotional roller coaster with it, because at the end of the day, it's just data. Nothing more, nothing less. And I know that's easier said than done, but you have to remember that you're just collecting data. So I thought a good topic on today's dog walk would be why I always do my cardio after my strength training, because this is something I often get asked about. Should I do my cardio first? Should I do my weight training first? And to be honest, a lot of people will probably tell you it doesn't matter, and I wouldn't disagree with that. I would say that's probably right, but my thought process behind it is that I always want to do my weight training first because that's what I want to be freshest for. I don't want to go into my weight training session after having done 20 minutes, 30 minutes of cardio and I'm feeling a little bit tired by now. And the biggest reason why is because I feel like that risk element of weightlifting, because yes, there's a risk element, you know, you're lifting heavy weights. That's not to say you shouldn't do it. You absolutely should, because it's very good for you. But to me, it doesn't make sense to be potentially increasing that risk element by going in more tired, which could have easily been avoided because you could have just done that after. At the end of the day, I don't want to be increasing any sort of risk element that might be there if I'm going to go underneath like a heavy barbell, if I'm squatting, for example. So I want to be going in there as fresh as possible. Now, saying that, I think another point that's important to mention is that you should do whatever your biggest priority is first. If your biggest priority is getting faster or running for longer or a cardio related goal, then absolutely do that first. But on the other hand, if your biggest goal is something strength training related, or you want to get a bigger deadlift or a bigger squat, then you should do your strength training first. So to summarize it, the one you should do first is the one that you prefer, or the one that's your biggest priority. Or if you feel indifferent and you don't really have a more cardio based goal, or you don't really have a strength training based goal, you're kind of just doing both of them because it's good for you, and I'd say you do well to do your strength training first in that case. I know I told you I was going to go to Lisbon on Thursday, but I decided to go on Friday instead. The event starts on Friday and I can still arrive there Friday morning. So here I am, third gym session of the weekend, and I leave tomorrow. So right now I'm in Lisbon and I am literally just waiting for my Uber to go to the event, and it's going to be about a 20-minute car ride, so I'll see you soon.
People have got the most traction on social media because they found a thing and they want to win it. That's made a massive difference to a lot of people's work.
I'm the audience, and two, like, what am I taking away from this? And if I want to copy what this person's doing, is it for healthy reasons? Because it's not.
So for ourselves, we actually ended up doing it, but that wasn't our goal. I think I like controlling the variables, and we talked about a lot for this year. The variables that we control, product quality.
If you're ever going through life and you're not really sure what to be doing with your life, anyone that's in like existential crisis, I'm like, why don't you identify something you need to go out and work on it? Fucking hell, that keep you busy for years. And the second kind of beautiful thing I realised when like this book had to do with passion. I didn't become a personal trainer because I thought any of this was going to happen. I became a personal trainer because I thought, fuck me, for once in my life I can have a job I enjoy.
So I'm currently on my way for day 2 of IFS. I don't feel like I'd done many updates yesterday, but that's because I was just taking my time out to enjoy it. Now, day 2, I'm going to quickly swing by the supermarket just to grab some things to eat for now and later, just because there wasn't much to eat there. I'm going to get some foods that are high in protein, grab a piece of fruit or two, and leave myself better prepared for the day ahead.
I have changed it because I believe I should look a certain way to fit in this industry, because that is what's the best goal. That's the highly marketable game, you know, and the transparency around that is not for today.
Which is a fundamental fucking delicious. They are more convenient. It's easier to eat more food than there's more food marketing, greater number of fast food outlets, which, based on some data, do tend to correlate with most dietary habits for people that live in close proximity.
Go to the gym, and it's like restoring that. We did this like last week. We did some work blocks, we call them, and essentially you're much more productive when you block your time out. And I think people still think like, why grass? But it took me.
And if you're sure about who you're using, again, if you have a leak in the logo, and you're like, corporate builders, oh yeah, general builders, my general builders, like, but we actually specialize in leak marketing, so I'm like, you're a fucking guy. Come on, how much is it? Okay, you're fucking best.
I started posting on TikTok a long while ago. A few of my friends were posting, and they said, there's this app called TikTok, and if you post on it, it's going to be big in the future. And I was like, what? This is terrible. Like my daughter was using it as well, so.
This is what I've been waiting for about a month now, so I'm gonna bloody enjoy it. I thought while I'm walking to the train station, I'll quickly do my end of week review. There's not a ton to say. I know I've done a terrible job of showing you the IFS event because I was just in the moment, I was enjoying it. Unless you're on my Instagram story, I know you're not going to have seen much from just watching this video. The first half of this week and the second half of this week, like, they feel like they're weeks apart. I know you would have seen it maybe just a few minutes ago, but for me it feels like it was ages ago. First half of the week, I know it was very consistent, done well, maximized my consistency as much as I could. Second half of this week, it wasn't as inconsistent as I thought it would be. When I went to the IFS event, I realized I could just pop to the supermarket and buy my food there for the day, and that allowed me to stay consistent with my nutrition on Friday and Saturday. Today, Sunday, I completely misjudged my time, which caused me not to be able to do that, because then I ran out of time, which means means I had to eat something more convenient, which means I don't know how much I ate today. Does it matter too much? No, because it's just one inconsistent day so far. And if anything, I'm happy I've had an inconsistent day now, because now you can see you don't need 100% consistency. I went for Chinese, as you know. Again, I don't know how many calories were in that, but that's okay. Am I going to change anything on the back of this? No, I'm not, because I don't need to. All I'm gonna do is get straight back on plan tomorrow. So today is Monday, it's a new day. I'm still in Lisbon right now. I'm waiting for my coach to head back to where I currently live in Portugal. But until then, I've been keeping myself super busy with work this morning. I sent out an email about the live proposal I saw yesterday. So you need to be on my email list if you wanna be receiving emails. On another note, I've only eaten a protein bar so far today, and it's like 2 p.m. So I'm gonna go grab something from the supermarket now. And because I've only eaten a protein bar so far today, I have plenty of room to, have a big meal right now. Up to about 1,000 calories, potentially even throw in a pastel de nata, which if you don't know is a Portuguese custard tart and very delicious. I got back home about an hour and a half ago. It's been a long day. It's been a brilliant weekend overall. I'm so happy I went to that IFS event. I'm going to do my first workout of the week tomorrow. And one thing that I thought would be really good to speak to you about quickly, so I didn't bring my weighing scales with me to Lisbon because I'm only going for a few days. A few years ago, I would have done that, but now I look back and think, what the hell was I doing? I don't do that anymore. I'm going to get my first weigh in tomorrow morning. I'm not doing it tonight intentionally, not because I'm scared of what I'd weigh after being away. I don't care what I weigh after being away. Again, it's like I've said several times throughout this video now, it's just data. The issue with doing it at random times, for example at night like it is now, is that it's just going to be too random. There's going to be so many variables that could potentially impact it that I'm not going to get an accurate reading. I've eaten throughout the day, hydration levels, etc. It's all going to be all over the place. It's going to be very different. And the only time I want to do weigh-ins is first thing in the morning in a fasted state after I've used the restroom, straight after waking up. And that's always going to be the most consistent way that will reduce the chances of external variables having an impact on my scale weight. So the first one is going to be tomorrow morning. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Hello there. You okay? Hello. I just finished my lower body session. I am absolutely exhausted, but now I'm going to finish my cardio. It is Tuesday right now, but as you know, I had a super busy day with all the traveling yesterday on Monday, which is when I would ideally like to go over this with you. But done my training session already today and 25 minutes of cardio because I didn't achieve the hour I wanted to last week, as you already know. So best believe I'm going to 100% hit it this week because I don't want to miss 2 weeks in a row. But otherwise, am I going to change anything? No. Last week we had a big drop, half a kg. I don't know if you're looking at my scale weight and thinking it's going too fast or too slow. I'm here to tell you that half a kg that I'm losing right now, that's a big drop. Even if I only lost 0.2 or 0.3 kg per week, I'd still be fine with that because again, a drop is a drop. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward here. Now we just get back on plan. No changes this week. I'm just going to carry on being consistent with what I was being consistent with before. To me, it seems like things are clearly working. And then this is my consistency calendar so far. So one inconsistent day so far, which was the day I had Chinese, which I'm absolutely fine with. As you would have heard me say already, my goal was never to be 100% consistent. It's always to be about 85 to 95% consistent. That is a range I am happy with. I am never going to try to be 100% consistent. To summarize, no changes this week. So I've just gotten back from the gym. I've done an upper body session today and now I'm gonna cook lunch. It's gonna be a big fish, some rice, mushrooms and spinach. And then as a drink, I'm gonna have a Coca-Cola Zero because again, I just like diet drinks. It helps with my calorie deficit, 0 calories, and it helps with the enjoyment of me being in a calorie deficit as well, which is very important. Otherwise, I'm going to use this dog walk that I am currently on as an opportunity to say I hope you liked my first vlog. That is it for now, and you're gonna have to bear with me because of course as I'm doing this I'm learning. If there is anything you want to see in these vlog videos, then just send over a message and mention it to me, because I'm open to new ideas. Again, I'm just doing this by myself, going through a lot of trial and error with it, and just seeing what I like, what you like, and going with it. And what's the saying? Throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks. Otherwise, take care and I'll see you on the next vlog.